hmm It's the morning cryptos. It is Sunday. It was a beautiful rainy Sunday here in upstate New York, and we're going to look at the cryptos here and see what the hell is going on. So, I'm going to try to make this short today because it's Sunday and, it's a day of rest and everything. So, here we are, Bitcoin, and we're on the Bitfinex exchange here. So, notice that we have Bitcoin taking a little breath, a little step back. And how cool is this? We have it going back to this point, this earlier point of resistance. Now it's support. Classic. So I'm looking to see what's going to happen here. I think we might have a little bit of a sideways trading range, but I think a lot of people took profits. They're like, "Wow, it's close to 5,000. I'm gonna grab some money here because it could get a little dicey. Once it hits 5,000, it might really correct. We don't know." Um, so let's just real quick. That's the 1 day chart. Let's look at the 1 hour chart and see if I can tighten this up a little bit. So it looks like we do have a little bit of a trading range. Whoops. I'm trying to move the chart and it gets weird with my mouse. It either gets too tight. Anyway. So it looks like we have some bottoms here. And it'll be interesting to watch to see if these bottoms on, the most recent bottoms here on this 1 hour chart, are higher. We have this little whisker and it looks like it wants to start moving higher again. And let's look at the 30 minutes. Yeah, we've had kind of some nice little recoveries and some attempts at support, and then some moving down, and then some moving down, and then this looks like a pretty good recovery. So that's what I'll be looking at, is to see whether we start having bottoms on the sideways range that will be a little higher. And that might be a buy signal. To be honest with you, I'm just kind of watching Bitcoin right now. I want to get back in. I want to get some more at some point. I was kind of looking for a much larger fall, to be honest with you. So I may or may not. I'm just going to watch it right now. So let's go to the. Let's see what the 5 minute chart looks like. Yeah, 5 minute chart might be a good place to get in if you think it's going higher. That's the question. We don't know. Hindsight is so accurate, but when you're looking at it closely, it's hard to say. So I'm going to leave Bitcoin at that. Let's go to, what else do we have? We got Dash. Let's do it in alphabetical order. Yesterday I did Dash twice. I edited out the second one, but I was like, oh, it's so early. And man, it is early. And let's go to Dash's 1 day. All right. We have a nice little double top with Dash. How interesting is that? I think there's going to be that kind of uncertainty in the market, at least in the next couple of days. And it's a pretty major holiday here in the U.S. So I don't know how that affects, the trading and all that kind of stuff. But we have a nice double top. We know where the resistance is, and it's pretty much right here. at 400. And I think it's going to consolidate and make a run for 400. That's my extremely uneducated opinion. And I'm sticking with it. And I got Dash, and it was really cool to see it go up, and it was really humbling to see it come right back down a little bit, but that's what these things do. Let's look at the 1 hour chart for Dash, and this is interesting. We might, depending on what this does, we might have a higher bottom, and it might start working up in a sideways range, and that's what I'm going to be keeping my eye out for. Here's the 30 minutes. There seems to be a lot of selling going on at this place. And 5 minutes. 5 minutes is pretty much moving down. So we'll see and what the 1 minute looks like. Yeah, in this case, probably the 5 minute is a little. What does a 3 minute look like? 3 minutes kind of helpful. You can kind of see what's going on, and there's a lot of selling. There's a lot of red, and there's not that much buying. So somebody's waiting. Somebody's waiting for something to happen before they do something. How's that for accurate information? All right. Well, that's Dash. And like I said, I'm going to try to do this fast today just because I have company. And I have company coming too. So got to take care of the company. Ethereum, nice pullback. And, if you thought you were going to miss it. Fear of missing out, people. FOMO, FOMO, fear of missing out. You'll hear it a lot. And it is a basic human psychological principle. You see the crowd, you see somebody else. It's high school. This is high school. But Mom, everybody's doing it. Nobody wants to be left out, right? And it's really interesting because I got pissed at Bitcoin a week ago. And I was like, you know what? Screw this. It's gonna crash anyway. And now I'm like, man, I shouldn't have sold all of it. I should have kept some of it. But again, we're all learning here. I'm learning, and I'm really I'm getting good feedback from people who are saying, like, Mark, I like it when you're learning right on camera. And I'm like, okay, I'll keep learning. And so yeah, Ethereum. I think Ethereum's strong, and I think it's really, again, just like with Dash, we have this $400 place. And that's a psychological, hypnotic point. And I have a friend who's coming who's going to show me some stuff with these charts, who's a financial guy. And so, because I still can't seem to make the charts do what I want it to do. And when I do move them, weird shit happens. So we have a double top, essentially. A really big double top. So it could be interesting for the next month. I mean, will Ethereum just stay in this range? Will it just do a massive sideways range between 400 and 200? Will it just go up and down and up and down? That could be interesting. I think there's more support than that. So I think this is a viable technology. Its blockchain does get full sometimes, and it does have some challenges, and hopefully they're working on it. I think it might be in a better position than Bitcoin to adapt and make changes, but I don't know. I really haven't done that much, research into Ethereum. I always just kind of watch it and wonder, what's it really doing? What's it thinking about? What are you thinking about, Ethereum? Okay, now this is weird. This is the 1 hour chart? Like, what the hell did I do? Okay, I'm gonna refresh that. I'm gonna go back to Bitfinex. What the hell happened? What happened? I don't know what happened. Ethereum US dollar. It does not look right. What the hell did I do? We had a huge crash in Ethereum. Oh, I'm on the 1 hours. Duh, jeez. Early morning. Let me go back to one day and get my bearings here. No, that's... Oh, there we go. Okay. Jesus Christ. All right. So now let's see if I can actually dial in this chart without making it look crazy. All right. So here on the 1 hours, it has gone down. It has come back up. It's gone back down. And at the moment, it looks like we have a higher bottom that corresponds to this kind of this area here. $339, $340. It's kind of, where's $340? Yeah. So it looks like we have a little support here, and if so, and it begins to work its way back up, even if I see a little bit of consolidation here, I would be like, yeah, okay, Ethereum's definitely coming back, and you can do pretty well between 338 and 400. I mean, there's some nice volatility that you can ride up, sell, and then if it falls, you ride back down and pick it up again lower. So I was going to get through this so quickly today. Let's go to the 5 minutes. It looks like on the 5 minutes, let's see if I can get rid of, I'm going to get rid of this. I mean, the volume is pretty important. There's a lot of selling volume here, but we're getting some significant buy volume coming in. And it looks like we have a nice area of support here where it turned and is trying to work its way up. We'll see. I like it. All right. Bitcoin, Dash, Ethereum. Let's go to Litecoin. See if I can do that. That looks just like the other chart. Isn't that interesting? They're all kind of doing similar things. Let's go to the 1 day. All right, Litecoin. It made its move, and Litecoin's really seems to like these sideways trading ranges. And I don't know if that's just because people haven't been paying attention to Litecoin because it's so modest and humble and quiet and well behaved, or if it's just something that has been waiting for a sign to move. So we're on the 1 day chart, and this is Litecoin, and I think this is good. I think it's going to consolidate. It's not dropping like a rock. It's looking for some support here, and let's do the 1 hour. See what it looks like. Yeah, again, it looks like it's kind of hit its spot here, and hopefully this will be support, a higher bottom, and hopefully it'll begin to work its way up into a sideways trading range, in which case I might look into getting some more, but I'm definitely holding because I think it's going to hit 100. I think that's really kind of my target objective. And so I think it's going to go for that, but we'll see. We'll see. I love not knowing. I love the not knowing because everything in our culture is so fucking predictable. You go to a blockbuster movie and Jason Bourne is going to be triumphant at the end of the movie. You just know because we have formulas. We want the appearance of uncertainty, but we want it all to work out in the end. But this is real uncertainty. We don't know. And that to me is really invigorating. All right. So this was kind of my prediction that stuff would move, and it would move fast and it would move high, and then there would be a period of profit taking and consolidation. And I'm liking definitely on the 5-minute chart. There's some definite movement. You just saw it right there in Litecoin. So it looks like, oh, no, okay, we'll see. That's the 5-minute chart, right? But that's why it's so exciting. It's not predictable, but we do the best we can, and there are certain patterns that repeat over and over again. And for me, that's what I do. I help people find their patterns and interrupt them and do something different with their lives. And that's what I've been working on in my life. And I think this is not only an enjoyable process. Not only are you looking kind of a window into global history, the history of humankind, and it's interesting right now. We have support over here at 77, and it's kind of turned that into a little bit of resistance on this 5-minute chart. Not only are we looking at historic change and transformation in the entire global economy, but this is also an opportunity to work on yourself. I said to my friend Mike years ago, business is really one of the best areas of spiritual and personal growth because the numbers don't lie. And particularly if you are kind of an introvert and solo entrepreneur type where it's just you and the numbers, it's you against the market, or you, working on your own stuff. And, if every year you make exactly the same amount of money and you're like a freelance person, like that's hypnosis. That's a thought. That's a thought process, a belief process, and it's largely unconscious. And for me, this is a good way to bring things up into consciousness so you can work on them and clear them. And seeing your own patterns, particularly in trading, this whole fear of missing out, and social proof, and everybody's doing it and all that kind of stuff. It's a rich mind for personal growth and mastery. So anyway, that's my take on it. One more, let's look at, I have some Augur, but I don't think Augur is on this exchange. No, let's see if, well, Segwit BZ. There's so many different currencies, people. It's like, it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. Well, I don't see a chart for Augur, but I have one over here. So let me just go quick. Actually, here's a chart for Monero. Whoa. Monero made a move. See how it makes these moves, though, and consolidates? This is just a huge move, so it's got to start consolidating. Otherwise, it's kind of like a ladder. You got to find some support in your new high place so that you're not all teetery and flopping over, right? So it looks like we have some support here in Monero around the 120 spot. So again, I don't have any yet. And I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going to get it, how I'm going to get it, how to deal with all the details of the exchanges. And it's like my mind is just boggled by all the next. It's like a fire hose I'm trying to take a sip from. So let's go to Augur because I have it here on this chart. I don't know why I can't find it on the other charts. All right. So Augur, I'm liking Augur. Again, we have a whole setup here with bottoms that are higher. We have a test up here, so I think it's going to make another run for that in the 38 to 40 range. And it seems like it's kind of setting it up, and that I'm liking that. So I took some spare change from Ethereum. I had 1 point something or other Ethereum, and I took the something or other and I put it in Augur and had X number of Litecoin, anything to the right of the decimal, I grabbed and I put into Augur. And the same thing with my Ethereum, my Dash, my Litecoin. So I have a little bit of Augur, and that's causing me to pay attention to it. I think the price is really cool. I think it does some cool stuff. And let's do it on the 1 hour, 30 minutes, and the 1 minutes. Okay. All right. So that's it. Not much philosophy today, a little bit, but I really appreciate you guys checking in every day. And this is what I do first thing in the morning. I get up and I look at the charts and see what the hell is going on. And again, the big action, what everybody's looking at is Bitcoin, and it's really actually kind of hanging on. I expected to hit 5,000 and have a really big correction. That may still come. But at this point, I think there's, if you think it's going to go to 50,000 or 10,000, this is not a bad time to get in. If, kind of like me, you want to watch and wait a little bit. And again, they still have not actually implemented the SegWit activation, but hopefully that will happen soon, and we'll have to watch the news. But hey, that's it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you like this, please subscribe. And every day I look at the markets and I think my thoughts, and I kind of integrate the news and what I'm paying attention to and how it might impact or implement world history. And so I'm curious to see for the long haul when we actually start adapting this, when people are actually going to be able to start using Litecoin to buy stuff in a store, right? That's really kind of what I'm looking for. In the meantime, each of these currencies is kind of finding their different spot in a different place. So it's an exciting time. Thanks for watching. Have a great Sunday. Hopefully it's a wonderful rainy Sunday where you are, or a wonderful Sunday with sunlight where you are. And I will talk to you tomorrow in the next Morning Cryptos. The thrills, the spills, the action. Please, someone start the music. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.